Hey boys and girls, this is Larry with ubrailroad.com. Check me out. Hey, in August of 2015, I stopped playing with my choo-choo trains and decided to build this clubhouse, playhouse for my 4 grandchildren. When we decided to build this, it was going to be whimsical, Harry Potter, fairy tale-ish, hobbit type house. It had criteria. It's going to be elevated, which it is. It's going to have a suspended bridge to get into it, which it does. It's going to have a 6-foot front door, which it does. And then all the walls are going to be crooked and bent, and nothing was going to be square, straight, or plumb other than the floor. And the floor isn't really flat either. It's about 1.5 inches off. But remember, I have never in my life built anything like this. I've never worked construction. I've never worked on a framing crew. I have no idea how anything goes together. I just started throwing this together, and however it ended up, it ends up, and I thought that's the way it's going to be. But as you can see up on the roof, we got a weather vane up there, and then we've got a lightning rod, and you can see the railing is all hand-tied branches from the forest and stuff, and that roof over the balcony or over the front porch, that's all cut from pallets. I used pellets. I used shingles, cedar shingles from a fence company that they throw it away and give it away free, so I save a lot of money with not only my railroad, but with this and everything I do. The suspended bridge is a bunch of pellets. I used so many pellets that I made my own tool so I could take a 4x4 pellet, bust it down completely in about 1.5 minutes. Worked out real good because I was able to get a lot of pellets that way. Then I used shingles and asphalt shingles and all kinds of things for the roof. Did a lot of dumpster diving, got a lot of dumpster diving things. You name it, I just put all kinds of anything I could in here, This right here, as we cross the bridge, you can see the 6-foot door and the actual doorbell. It's a rope of bells, and the way you work that is you got to come over here, and it says doorbell, yank 3 times. So let's do it. That gives you passage to enter into the Sagalema Manor. That's the name of it, Sagalema. I took the first 2 letters of my 4 grandchildren, Sam, Gabby, Leo, Madeline, and I came up with Sagalema. Kind of has that, medieval times European sound. The Sagalema Manor, welcome, that kind of thing. And, excuse me, as you can see, the front door leans the opposite way of the actual walls itself. Then I decorated it with some things that were cut from a cutting torch and plasma cutter and so forth. But then in February, or late February, these birds started building this nest, but they never laid eggs in it, so I must have spooked them off. But anyway, let's go inside. All we do is, excuse me, enter, and this is what we got. All kinds of little things, I put in whatever I could, to put some detailing, put some age in it, make it look all weathered and textured. And we got Betty Boop and Miss Boots in the corner there, and there's the lamp that I made out of an old steel funnel that I no longer used. And then I bought all these hats for $1. And I thought, well, okay, I'll hang them up, and then when the kids come in, they could wear different hats and do different things. And this right here is the main living room. It's got a custom-built couch, L-shaped couch. There's one of those great old oil lamps from the 80s. Fires up and drips real good, swings, all of that. This right here is the front picture window, made on spot. There's my wife's front tire that came off of her car. It blew out about 3 months ago, and thought it'd make a great lampshade, so I used it. This is a picture of me and my wife in 20 years with our puppy dog. Then over here, we got the thermometer. We got my 2 sons, or the fathers to the 4 grandchildren. Then up there is my grandfather, which would be their great-great-grandfather. He fought both the Italian and the American Army in World War I, one of the few soldiers to do that. Then these things right here I found in a dumpster. They're part of a cabinet, didn't need the cabinet, so I took the doors off and made doors out of them. And, all the windows and everything are all, as you can kind of see, are, whimsical-like and so forth. And this right here, This is an illusion that actually developed on its own. You see that up there? That is actually, that board is dead ass level right there, believe it or not. That's how crooked the house is. So it gives you the illusion that that board is actually running uphill. But when you lay in that hammock, it's very comfortable and it's very level. Then we've got here a spiral staircase that takes us up to the loft, as you can see. Then this is the kitchen area with the microwave, the refrigerator, little trinkets here and there. Let's climb up the stairs and see where it takes us here. This is a 4-foot radius, or 4-foot diameter, meaning these steps are only 2 feet diameter, so it is pretty thin up here. So when you get up here, you could look down into the living room, looking down into the kitchen, looking down into the living room, and then here's the 7-foot by 7-foot double or triple loft, depending which kids are up here. Then this net area right here, that net comes down so that they could use this pulley to hoist up their backpacks and sleeping bags and stuff like that. And then you can see that I've got all kinds of nails here. So to prevent that, I took one of those big trash containers that you see in the alley, and I took the lid off of it, cut it in half and put it up there. Put a couple rugs up here because I don't want anybody getting hurt. And this right here is going out to the balcony, the outside balcony. It's a pretty narrow door, so let me squeeze through here. Got it. Okay. Now we're out on the loft, outdoor loft, looking at my beautiful view of no mountains, no oceans, just the neighbor's house. And there's our whimsical little wishing well, our suspended bridge, solar lights, and you could kind of see, you know, nothing matches. Everything was just thrown together, you know. But the main thing was everything had to be completely safe. No chance of anything breaking or anything like that. Okay, coming in. And this right here, this is a crank. You crank that and it opens the dormer window right here. And that's made in place window right there. And then that rope just holds it in place. And then you could see Mr. America, the bald eagle, kind of watching over everything. And like I say, I just got a lot of room for the kids to bring in their own little personal knickknacks and so forth. But you could kind of see what we did here. I've got less than $3,000 in everything here. Everything I bought was off Craigslist or what have you, but the main framework was all brand new lumber because I wanted it to last the test of time, so I used new wood instead of, you know, used wood. But all the siding, the floor, it's all that cedar slats from the fence company. It's got a good squeak to it. Let's see. Let me get a good squeak. There we go. So it all worked out real well. So you kind of get an idea of what we did here. And this is it. And then this right here is the back door. And I haven't decided yet. I'm going to make a bathroom, but I don't know if I'm just going to make it right off of here or make a set of steps, cover my cigar pit, and have the bathroom underneath. I haven't decided yet. One of these days I'll get to it and figure it all out. But this door closes right here, and everything closes up tight. I haven't put the screens on yet. That's my last thing, and the chimney. And then once I do that, I'm totally done. And then it's time for the kids to start putting their items up on the shelves and stuff. But I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did building it. And if you did, leave some comments, tell me what you think, leave your feedback. I'd really appreciate it. This is Larry, over and out.